Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited that all of you tuned in this very special video because this is actually the first ever collab video that I put together myself, and for it I teamed up with fellow reviewers and made them pick 2 perfumes from their collections that they rate 10 out of 10, and this idea came from my subscriber who wanted me to share my favorite perfumes that I rate highly, but I decided to invite my favorite people from the community for the variety of opinions. And so firstly I made them pick only 2 perfumes from their collections because I didn't want this video to be too long, and secondly I wanted to give you an opportunity to try these perfumes eventually if you get interested, because 10 seems like a nice number, right? And I'm just so excited that reviewers who test so many different perfumes daily are gonna pick only 2, one of which should be unisex, and so in the end you'll get a beautiful list of perfumes. So I'm really grateful that all of them agreed to be a part of this collab, and please show them some love and support by subscribing to their channels, the links to which you'll find down below in the description box, and make sure to subscribe to mine if you haven't done that yet. And with that being said, let's check out what did they pick.
Hey guys, my name is Timmy from the channel Imagine Scents. First, I'd like to thank Yana for having me on her channel. I love these big collabs, so thank you for inviting me. You are amazing. So my 2 fragrances, my 2 10 out of 10 fragrances are Proxima by Centauri Parfum. This is an amazing, amazing fragrance. Springtime monster right here. Mass appeal, check. Uniqueness, check. Performance, check. Versatility, check. Confidence, check. It really checks all the marks. When I was looking at my collection to grab fragrances for this video, I saw this and I was like, yeah, it's a no-brainer. This one has to be in here because it's everything. It smells extremely mass appealing while still being unique and artistic at the same time. So it's a niche fragrance that has all the good qualities of a niche fragrance alongside all the good qualities of a designer fragrance, and with a pretty affordable price for a niche fragrance. So yeah, it hits all the marks, so I really cannot not put this one in here. Next is Salted Green Mango. Same vibe with this one in terms of the fact that it hits all the marks. It has a lot of mass appeal. Performance is decent. It has a lot of mass appeal, but the biggest selling point for this one is that it smells so unique. I love the mango that's in here, and Salted Green Mango is a perfect name. You get a lot of that really nice, alluring, sweet green mango with some really nice salty touch. Like, it's so good. It smells just very authentic as well. When you smell this, you can really imagine a salted green mango just in front of you, and for some reason it smells so good. It's so mass appealing, so delicious, so alluring, and again, very affordable fragrance. And Prin, the perfumer of this one, did a fantastic job. I actually would recommend you check out his whole house, to be perfectly honest with you. But yeah, for this video, these 2 fragrances are my 2 10 out of 10s.
Hi everyone, it's Claire from the Smurfygurly channel. Thank you so much, Yana, for inviting me on to your channel. You asked me to give you 2 fragrances that I consider to be 10 out of 10. I actually found that a little bit challenging because I've got quite a few in my collection that I would say are 10 out of 10, but I've narrowed it down to these 2. They are actually both unisex. So this one is Whispers in the Library by Maison Margiela, with notes of cedar, vanilla, precious woods and pepper. And actually I've only had this for around less than a month and I've used that much. So that will show you how much I'm loving this fragrance. On my skin it starts out a little spicy and rich, almost like more of a tonka type note, but when it dries down it has the most delectable vanilla note in it. So it's not the kind of vanilla that you find in a cupcake frosting. It's not that edible vanilla. It smells much more refined than that, and it lasts really, really well on my skin. I think the value is really good. It's about the £100 a bottle mark, but deals can usually be found on these fragrances. And as I say, the performance is excellent, and I just absolutely love the way it smells. I find it very, very addictive. Although it's simplistic in its note breakdown, it does develop on the skin really lovely. It never gets boring to me, so that's why it's my 10 out of 10. And my next one is Bengale Rouge by Papillon Perfumery. The reason this one makes it onto the 10 out of 10 list is because it is so complex yet so cozy and beautiful and easy to love. The scent opens up with a honey and a very spicy tonka note that almost smells a little bit like ginger biscuits with some other spices going on. And then as it dries down on my skin, it gets really caramelly, but not in a Prada candy caramel, not in a modern designer way. It just feels rich and smooth and sweet. Just the most beautiful ambery dry down. In here there's tonka, rose, sandalwood, vanilla, honey. It's like a cuddle in a bottle, which I think actually is something we could all do with right now. So also the performance is out of this world. I get way longer than 12 hours every single time on my skin. It projects really nicely without being impolite. It's not a beast, but it's very, very good performance. So that's why it's my 10 out of 10.
Hello Jana, thank you so much for letting me into this collaboration. Hope that you're all doing well. Hope that you've heard of some very lovely and interesting fragrances, and now you get to hear from me. Sorry about that. So the idea is 2 fragrances, 2 10 out of 10 fragrances, 1 unisex, 1 whatever I want to talk about. So I'm just going to get this out of the way. My 10 out of 10 unisex fragrance would have to be my favourite fragrance of all time, and that is Millésime Impérial by Creed. I have a really, really deep connection with this fragrance. It is my favourite. I've got over 200 scents now, and this is the one that I still adore to this day, and I've had this fragrance for a very, very long time. Very, very beautiful, very, very citrusy, fruity. Smells like a lot of fruit near a beach, a sea salty beach, so make of that what you will. And my second 10 out of 10 fragrance, I'm going to give a shout out to EJ from Happyland. This is a fragrance that I've had recently, and I genuinely just think that it's an incredible 10 out of 10 fragrance, and I'm going to be talking about it very soon on my channel. It's Amberland. I think it's the best thing that's come out of Happyland. It's a beautiful, beautiful chocolatey amber with a few resins and some woods. It's really, really full-bodied and the complete package. So for autumn and winter, you better believe that this is going to be something that is going to be high on a lot of my lists. So thank you so much for inviting me onto the Tommelise channel, and if you want to go and check me out, I am the Fragrance Apprentice. Thank you so much. On to the next one. Bye.
Jana, thank you so much for having me on your show and your collaboration. Want to share with you my 10 out of 10s, but I have 5 for you, and I'm going to keep it very quick for you. So first on my list, and I'm going to go from the least expensive to the most expensive. First on my list is a recent discovery that I made, brand new from my friend Steven Redolescence's brand called Navitus Parfums. This one is called Lautus. And this one right here was created by Bertrand de Chaffour, and it is an amazing fragrance. It is just this beautiful, clean, fresh, lavender and floral, but vanilla as well in the dry down. Just this perfect, perfect scent that just makes you feel really, really, really good. And it is a unisex scent, so every single one of these are unisex. So that's Lautus. Next on my list is Mercurio from the house of Ludovico Loreto. This is an Italian house, beautiful house. Mercurio is insanely beautiful. It's an oriental, boozy, floral, everything that you're looking for. And it's so rich when you put it on, you just feel so opulent. It is incredibly beautiful. This is such a good fragrance. This is why this is on my top 10 here, right here. Next on my list is one of the finest vanillas in my collection from Nishani. This is Ani. This was created by Cecile Zarokian. Incredible ginger vanilla scent. It's one of the best, and it's just so, so good. I can't describe just how amazing this is, because anybody and everybody that's tried this has pretty much fallen in love with this. So it goes without saying, this is a 10 out of 10 when it comes to vanilla. Next on my list is one of the finest ouds in my collection, and it's Fall Into Stars by Strangelove New York. This is an insanely gorgeous oud created by Christopher Laudamel. He's done all the fragrances from this line. And what I love about this company is that they grow their own wood to create their own oud. So they create a sustainable oud, exactly what I said. The sustainable oud is what they create. But what's really good about this is this rich, gorgeous oud that is so, so divine. So, so good. So this is a 10 out of 10 for me. Last but not least, a 10 out of 10 rose fragrance for me is Amorem Rose by Shalini Perfumes. This is just this gorgeous, sweet, ambery rose. It is also divine, as she says it herself. This is a divine rose, and it's so romantic, so seductive, so sexy. If you haven't tried this, it is absolutely a stunning, stunning rose. So there you have it, Yana. Those are my 10 out of 10s. They're all unisex. And thank you so much for having me on your show. Now on to the next person.
And now the time has come to share with you my top 2 perfumes that I rate 10 out of 10. And of course, I could cheat like Joe did and share with you 5. And Slow Dance by Rito, which is this boozy patchouli that gives me butterflies when I wear it, would be on this list, as well as hardcore and dangerously sexy Mandragola by Quinto Canto, and my favorite juicy animalic perfume Civet by Zoologist. But I actually accept the challenge of picking just 2, and one of them should be Pink Patchouli by the German indie house Sven Pritzkoleit. And those of you who have been with me for a few years know that this is a masterpiece patchouli perfume that is undeniably gorgeous, and it's fruity, powdery, really sparkling, extremely deep, and everybody whom I showed it to loved it, and nothing beats it till this day. So Pink Patchouli by Sven Pritzkoleit is one of the coolest fragrances I've ever smelled, and everything about it is just perfect. Some of you who have already tried it agree with me, so I highly recommend you to check that one out, because Sven creates really interesting perfumes, and that's why I collaborated with him on Powder and Dust, which won Art Mail Faction Awards, but I decided not to talk about that one today. Instead, I want to mention my adorable and favorite Vanille Fatale by Tom Ford, which is the vanilla among all vanilla perfumes, because it's not plain, it's not simple, it's complex and interesting because it's powdery, woody, boozy, sweet, and just so sensual and one of a kind. So the longevity, the projection, the creativity, the likability factors, everything is checked about these 2 perfumes, and I highly recommend you to check them out if you haven't yet, because these are my top 2 picks that are based on my favorite notes, patchouli and vanilla. And with that being said, I really hope that you enjoyed watching this video, and if you would like to see more collabs on my channel, not collabs, collaborations, then make sure to let me know that. And if you have some particular topic on your mind that you want to be discussed, then also let me know that as well. And with that being said, make sure to like this video if you had fun watching it. Check out Timmy, Claire, Joe, and George, and make sure to stay tuned, smell good, and we'll see you on the next one really soon. Bye guys.